Great, everybody, and welcome to the gaming news update here. As we're here to give you some more exciting news that's coming through. So, not the greatest start to the news is hearing about the game director of Dragon Age Valgard has left BioWare after serving BioWare for 18 years. The director decided to leave following the release of Dragon Age: The Vanguard. We'll see if that's going to affect the plans for like any add-on content for Dragon Age: The Vanguard or not. But we'll see how it affects the game now that their game director has left the company. Now, as well as this, we also did get some more news about some more cancellations within Sony. Particularly recently, Bluepoint and Bench Studios have had to cancel their live service God of War title, and obviously Bluepoint was supposedly working on that live service God of War because obviously Sony are starting to realize that commissioning a live service is not a good idea after the disaster of Concord, which is very understandable why they're being very cautious about wanting to commission one at this time. There's also been a new update for Path of Exile 2 that's obviously has massive patch notes. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to learn about that. Also, Astrobot might be getting some new content. They've just recently announced a new speed level as well as bot is being revealed for Astrobot, and it's going to be coming very soon. It was revealed during the PlayStation Tournament XP event, so that does confirm that more content for Astrobot is on the way. So that's at least gives you something to look forward to, and hopefully next month there might be some more stuff announced. Valid, the state of play is also apparently rumored to be taking place next month, so we should be finding out soon more content to come for Astrobot. As well as this, there's also been an update for Infinite Nikki, the game. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to see their new update that they've just dropped. Then on top of that, we've also got a glimpse at some of the new games for this year, including a guerrillas warfare style game that is called Kin Forward Tactics, that is basically a turn-based mechanical action for PS5 and for other platforms. That's going to be coming. It's going to be coming hopefully sometime later this year, but it's a new tactical RPG that will be on the way hopefully in 2025. Also, Hollow Knight Skill Song is still a real game and it's still coming, even though it's been a while, but apparently the game is still on track to release at some point, so that at least that's could be seen as good news for a lot of people. Also, the fact that the devs of Days Gone have Bench Studios has said that they've got a lot of cool stuff coming following the cancellation of the live service. So obviously we haven't got nothing to worry about just yet, even though there is some stuff to sort of be optimistic about regarding GTA 6, that there's been a lot of insiders, a lot of industry insiders who seem to believe that GTA will they believe that GTA 6 will likely be priced either $80 to $100 should they aim to break the barrier of the $70 price tag. A lot of gamers are not very happy about hearing this news about the idea of the game potentially going beyond the $70 price tag. We'll see what happens. Hopefully Rockstar will understand that not many people are going to be able to afford it. Well, some will, but some won't be as lucky as others. And also, to be fair, the collector's editions are going to be a price $100 anyway, so they might as well just stick to what they've got now, and then when the time comes, the time comes. But I think for now, I think you're going to want to make sure that anybody who wants to get it, at least it's affordable. I think is the main thing, really. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when it comes to GTA 6 because we're still waiting for a release date, details, etc. So hopefully we'll get some news soon. Also, Resident Evil 6 is apparently set for a PS5 port as ESRB ratings have started to come out regarding Resident Evil 6 remake, not only for the Series X consoles but also for the PS5, which definitely sounds like there's definitely going to be a Rainbow Six Siege remake coming to the current hardware, which is at least a good thing that there's going to be support for this game on the current gen consoles, which may suggest that this could be the game game that might show up on Xbox's Developer Direct this week, considering they have got a surprise game. So who's to say this isn't the game? It just so happens to be rated ahead of Xbox's presentation. So it wouldn't be very surprising if that's indeed, if that leak has basically given the game away as to what that surprise game is going to end. And also, PlayStation Studios have also debunked a rumor about the console projects and stuff, and the fact that they didn't know that they obviously did know about the stuff before the article went out, that there was a cancellation of games happening, so they already knew about this, which is gives you at least a sign that they kind of knew what was going on. Anyway, speaking of Call of Duty, they have also got us all ready in regards to Season 2, because they finally revealed that rank play is going to have the ability to disable crossplay with PC, which will make a restricted rank play mode for anybody who wants to get into rank play. At least you're now going to be able to turn off the crossplay feature, so you could go console versus console when the new content releases from the 28th of January. So at least that's going to help a lot of people who want to get into rank play in the new season. And also, this will be also available for Warzone as well. So this will be a feature that will go out on that version of COD, as well as Black Ops 6. Kingdom Comes Deliverance 2 has also confirmed their roadmap for this year. Following the game, they're going to have expansion for the summer, expansion for the autumn, and expansion for the winter, which are going to be 3 separate and paid expansions that are going to be releasing. These are just some of the content that will be coming to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 following its launch on the 4th of Feb. So these are going to be stuff to look forward to later this year, should you be looking to check out this game. Then on top of that, we also got some retro sports games that are going to be making their way to modern hardware. Con Lane Sports Collection, which is featuring some classic sports games from the past that are going to be remastered and brought to modern hardware on the 30th of January, should you want to relive any of these sports titles from the 90s, which is at least a good thing. Also, Medieval 2 has just been made available on PlayStation Plus, and they also have platinum trophies available for this game, which is very helpful for anybody who wants to do the platform Medieval 2, the original Medieval 2. Now, EA is apparently in hot water, considering the fact they're already working on the next Battlefield. Well, it seems like some piece of promotional art imagery that came out from the unannounced Battlefield. Apparently, that art department seems out of lunch, because fans have noticed that there are basically some elements of imageries from the real-life Gaza conflict back in 2021 has already caught wind, and it's already it's already in hot water, because even some journalists have seemed to investigate that maybe the imagery could have had some AI usage. If that's indeed the case, then yeah, it's going to definitely not be good for EA. The fact that they've basically manipulated the photo by using AI, which this is obviously seems to be a common play right now. A lot of people are using AI to make things look real. So if this is indeed the case, then yeah, this is not going. And it's funny how EA haven't commented about this yet. So it really does sound like that they probably did use a bit of AI, considering they've remained very quiet since all this investigating's been going on. So yeah, this is not looking good for EA, considering they have a history of doing silly stuff. We'll see if they can turn things around when the new Battlefield does come out, but we'll see. I'm not getting my hopes up, but you never know. Unexpected things have happened in the past, but you never know, things can change. Now, unfortunately, the Unknown Nine game label is apparently considered a failure for Capcom, and they've said they're moving on to existing IPs, which means more layoffs are due following the not so apparently the failure of Unknown Nine, The Awakening, which was they thought was going to be a good game. Turns out it didn't really do very well, so they're sticking to their existing IPs instead, following the least success of that game's launch, which doesn't seem to have done very well. Also, it seems like the Horizon MMO that was reported a few days ago to may have been cancelled. It seems like it has been saved from the cancellation. Which, if indeed that's the case, then that's going to be interesting because it means that the MMO for Horizon is still back on the table. From NC Soft, who are working on this game with Sony, so it'll be interesting to see how that turns out when we hopefully learn more details about that game. Hopefully later this year, and then we also had a glimpse at Phantom Blade Zero, an exclusive console game for PS5, which they've promised they're going to be revealing the release date sometime later this year. So hopefully later in 2025, we'll know officially when Phantom Blade Zero comes to PS5 if you're looking to check out or play this game following its recent gameplay trailer. And then on top of this, there's obviously been a lot. Obviously, Path of the Exile has apparently been given billionaire ambition to boosting sales, which seems very interesting that they're boosting, seem to be getting a boost from billionaires as of late. And then there's obviously been articles regarding the physical PS5 consoles that the potential of pushing prices higher for these physical versions of PS5 games. And then obviously there's been a GDC report talking about finding industry layoffs, live service spectacle increasing year over year. So we'll see if things improve in 2025. So that is some stuff from the PlayStation end. And then on the Xbox end, there is a THQ sale on Xbox where they're dropping the price, having the lowest price ever of multiple Xbox games. A new Xbox controller called the Pulse Cynical Special Edition. It launches in early February. It's the first new controller that Xbox has released this year, should you fancy getting your hands on the first new Xbox controller of 2025. And they've also released some gameplay for Internal Strands, which is coming out obviously next week on Xbox Game Pass if you want to see your first look at the new gameplay from this game ahead of its Game Pass launch. And then there's also apparently been an issue with some of the media apps on Xbox. And apparently there've been reports of lags after extended playback, which seems to be happening quite a bit. So hopefully Xbox will resolve that issue in their next update. And they're certainly looking into it and seeing what is causing many of these issues. And in fact, there's also been some interesting details that apparently Starfield could be getting a Switch 2 release at some point this year. And if that's the case, then that would mean that the game is also due for PS5 in 2025, which would definitely open the door for more people to get into Starfield following the release of the recent expansion that came out back in September. So it looks like might be a Starfield release coming to PlayStation and Switch 2 in 2025, as now that game seems to be mentioned as a potential multi-platform Xbox release this year, alongside another title that's also hinted at, which is Fallout 4. So apparently Fallout 4 could be coming to the Switch 2 in 2025 as well, even though the game's already released on PlayStation. So it would kind of be interesting to see how Fallout 4 would perform on a Switch 2 on a handheld device. So it looks like that could be in the future for a Switch 2, that we might see both Starfield and Fallout, especially Starfield also coming to PlayStation, will certainly be on the cards for 2025 alongside all the other games that have been talked about to be coming to not just Switch 2, but hopefully on PlayStation 5 as well. So a lot of interesting games for sure that are definitely being teased for a release this year from Xbox, and they certainly want to push themselves to be third-party developers, which is at least a good thing. But yeah, apart from that, really, that is pretty much all the gaming news at this time. So make sure to like and subscribe, and I will catch you all with some highlights from the Developer Direct from later on, hopefully Friday or this weekend. So see you then.